I'll get back to that South Central Communications Gigafast. Scoring for the Badgers, Hannah Morrill with 14, Abby Stevens with 13, Brindley Nelson 12. Hannah Williams averages 6 points a game, Jenna Bryan 5, and Hallie Peterson 3 points a game. South Central Communications offers the area's fastest broadband internet. Check them out at sosan.com. Get a gig and get going. No portion of this webcast in its entirety may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Deseret Digital Media. Chandler, it's day 3 of the state tournament.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how quick it gets here, and we'll blink and they'll be handing out the trophies tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of great sponsors for both these areas, and we have made, like, with Bryan Farm as one of those sponsors, and we have been miscalling a name, and I feel terrible about it. So we've got that corrected for Bryan Farm. Spring is coming, and our greenhouse is full and ready to meet your needs. Owner Shane Bryan wishing the Badgers success. So we've got that corrected now, and we apologize for that. We're giving a cousin the credit, I think, for owner of Bryan Farm.
Well, hey, you got it. It's corrected. Now you're good.
Exactly. Coach Ellett and Brinkerhoff down there. John, they've coached against each other for a lot of years, and both of them phenomenal coaches. They've been very successful in their respective programs, and it's I think there's a pretty neat chemistry and camaraderie amongst coaches that have a respect, that have been successful and winning programs. Tip comes to the Badgers. Jenna Bryan will run the point. Right side, Williams. Brindley Nelson for 3. Bank shot won't go. Brooklyn Syrett chases down the rebound for the Mustangs. Roundy takes a 3, top of the key.
Nice shot. Good looking shot by Roundy.
That was a portion of the Bryce Valley's game that was not there yesterday. That outside shot, Whitehorse. It's Whitehorse that Bryce Valley played, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did not allow that outside shot from the Mustangs. And a travel by Brindley Nelson. This possession by the Wayne Badgers brought to you by Garcane Energy, wishing that all teams success. Keeping the power on when you need it the most. Garcane Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. Both these areas, like I said, have a lot of great sponsors. We'll be kept busy getting them all in. Baseline, Brinkerhoff pops it back out to Roundy. Syrett looks in. Oakley, Roundy 3, left side.
Another one.
Another one. .60 start for the Mustangs. Right side, Williams. Bounce baseline, Brindley Nelson. Roundy with the rebound. Outlet pass goes between McKenna Syrett's legs. Gets it back to Brooklyn, and the Mustangs will slow it down. Macy looks to McKenna. Carlene high post. Brooklyn low post. Off the screen, Macy's there. Reverse pivot and fouled.
Great pass by Brooklyn Syrett into the post.
I thought she'd missed her, and then she got her the ball a little late, but a good look from Brooklyn to Macy. Macy, 10-foot catch, shoot, won't go. Rebound to Abby Stevens for the Badgers. Nelson kicks it back out to Williams. Bryan for three, won't go. Roundy with the rebound. Macy drives the paint, scoops it up, and off the backboard a little hard. Rebound, Brindley Nelson. That was a good drive by Macy on that other end. Just a little hard on the finish. Baseline drive over Roundy and fouled and one. Abby Stevens.
Good strong attack by Stevens. Has a chance for a 2-and-1.
Foul shot off the back iron. Rebound Roundy. Roundy again for three. Won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds off Abby Stevens. Johnson catches, dribbles, shoots, scores. Oakley has her post presence has developed, and she's becoming a pretty good post player and with a good outside shot. You know, she doesn't step out to the three-point line much, but she'll take that 18-footer all the time. Rebound Johnson. Brinkerhoff. These two teams met up in Bryce Valley early in the season in the corner. Johnson, 18-foot, won't go. Rebound Hannah Williams. And it was a pretty lopsided victory for Wayne County.
I know we've talked about it before. It's from beginning of the season until the tournaments. It's incredible to see the growth of these teams.
Absolutely.
You just never know how these tournaments are going to go.
Tipped out of there by Johnson. And a foul called from the backside. Brooklyn Siret going to be called for the foul on Nelson. Nelson, a good free throw shooter. First one drops through. Second one off, and Roundy with the rebound. Brooklyn looks to McKenna in the Siret, or McKenna in the corner. Macy drives baseline, needs help, double team, gets it to Roundy, and Roundy's on the sideline out of bounds. Madison Siret checks in for the Mustangs. They put her out on top of that 1-3-1 zone. Looked like Abby might have shuffled her feet a little bit. Three-point shot up by Bryan, won't go. Rebound chased down by Brooklyn Siret. This possession by the Mustangs brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital, the recipient of the Woman's Choice Award in 2018, serving the Paiute and Garfield County areas, wishing all teams success. Roundy set, shoots a three. That one's off the right. Rebound Johnson, and she's fouled from behind by Abby Stevens.
First one's no good. Hallie Peterson checks in for the Badgers, as well as Kesley Floyd for the Mustangs. Johnson's second free throw is good.
Lane, out of bounds violation. Stepped on the line. Carlene and McKenna check back in for the Mustangs. Coach Brinkerhoff does a lot of offensive, defensive substitution. Lob into Johnson, dribbles, takes it to the rack, and she's fouled again. I think that one's going to be on Abby Stevens. It is. 2 quick fouls on Abby.
That's going to bring Jenna Bryan back into the game. And didn't I just say Kesley Floyd checked back into the game?
Well, but she checked out on the last play and then back in on that play. So she's been in and out twice in the last 10 seconds.
Coach Brinkerhoff is quick at that.
Bounce pass. And Madison Siret fouls Hannah Morrill. Shot up, won't go. Macy with the rebound. Kesley Floyd, right side. Corner Johnson. Bounce pass inside. Blocked by Hannah Morrill.
Good defense by Morrill.
It is, Elizabeth just made a comment. It's early in the game. Usually Brinkerhoff waits. Blocked and tipped up by Siret. Brinkerhoff is tied up. Possession to the Mustangs. Usually it's later in the game, but I think with the speed of Wayne County, Coach Brinkerhoff trying to take advantage of the offensive and defensive sets and strengths of his players. Brooklyn drives, kicks to McKenna, goes wide right. McKenna chases it down. McKenna in the paint, scoops it up, won't go. Rebound pulled down, Hannah Williams. Hannah pushing it the other direction.
Good strong attack.
And that is that Oakley's second foul? Or just her first? Oh, that's Brooklyn's second foul. They called, I was going to say, called that on Oakley, and that's her first.
First one's good by Hannah Williams.
These free throws being brought to you by Bryan Farm. Spring is coming and their greenhouse is full and ready to meet your needs. Owner Shane Bryan wishing the Badgers success. Wayne County is 2 of 5 from the foul line. Brooklyn drives, kicks, Roundy. Roundy with a 12, 13-foot shot right there.
Passed it up.
Open and just passes it back out. Roundy drives baseline off the back iron, won't go past shot. Rebound tipped up. And everybody's kind of looking around, and it was above their heads.
Up in the air.
20 seconds to go in this first period. Broken spur in, proud to sponsor the Badgers. Taken away by McKenna Syra. 7 seconds. Brooklyn Johnson, reverse pivot, and
Nice.
fouled. It was a good reverse pivot and drive down that right side. These free throws brought to you by Penguich Drug. Owner Sam Marshall wants to wish all teams success in the tournament. Also, Zions Bank there in Penguich. Mark Henry, branch manager for all your banking needs.
Got them both.
Half-court shot by Nelson.
Put it in from half court. What a shot.
So cuts that lead to 6. They were down by 9. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter after this. I was trying to direct the director there, Chandler, and she just opened my mic, so I couldn't direct her
Couldn't say
anymore.
anything else.
Ball tipped away. This possession off the made half-court shot. Elizabeth's trying to get that half-court shot highlight so we can get it uploaded. Maybe we'll show it to you again here, and then we can get it uploaded to the Utah High School Sportscasts Facebook page. We upload hundreds of highlights from these tournaments every day. This possession by the Badgers brought to you by Brown Brothers Construction. Contractor of the Year, national finalist. Drive by Stevens, that goes up, no good. Put back up and in by Hallie Peterson. There to pick up the rebound on the weak side. Brooklyn kicks to Johnson, rims off, rebound Brinley Nelson. Brinley loses the handle, ball's on the ground. Badgers have changed their defense. More of a 1-2-2 rather than that 2-3 zone. Still attack it the same way. Just put someone out on top. You still attack the middle and slide backside. If Brooklyn dives backside of that on the weak side, there's always an opening back there. Roundy, little turnaround jumper from 15 feet, rims over. Hannah Morrill with the rebound. Great position on the boards for Hannah Morrill. Peterson, Stevens, Bryan. Back to Peterson. Hannah Morrill for 3, won't go. Johnson with the rebound for the Mustangs. In the corner
through the hands
of McKenna Syra.
Madison Syrett and Kesley Floyd check in for the Mustangs.
Right side, Hannah Morrill. Baseline drive, shot up, won't go. Rebound loose and a foul. It's going to be on Maddie Syrett. All right, we have the replay of that half-court shot, maybe. No, don't. We'll get it to you in a minute. Williams in the corner. Hannah Morrill for the three. That one's short. Picked up by Roundy. Floyd.
Syrett got it.
Baseline jumper for Brooklyn Syrett. Bryce Valley's first points in this quarter come almost 4 minutes in. They're on a 4-minute drought. Bryan, ball goes off her knee, bounce pass into Morrill, little reverse pivot. Shot short off the front of the rim. Security Title, proud to sponsor Bryce Valley in the tournaments. When closing on a loan or refinancing, you can request your title company. Inside to Johnson, gets it up off the glass for 2 points.
Great finish by Johnson and a good find by Syrett. Good hard pass right through the defense.
3-point shot off the backboard. Bryan there, ball on the floor, tied up. Alternating possession to the Mustangs. When I was talking to Coach Brinkerhoff before the game, he said he felt like times yesterday that the girls weren't diving on the floor for loose balls, and he kind of said that had been a point of emphasis for him. And I've seen more of that today. So a great adjustment by the Mustangs. Poked away by Nelson and picked up by Morrill. Brenley Nelson goes the other way. Nelson looks into Stevens. She comes out right corner. Gets by Johnson. Puts it up for two. Abby Stevens with the 2-point basket on the attack. (17-11). Brinkerhoff drives baseline. Nice drive. Shot short. Peterson gets the ball to Williams. Probably could have been a foul called there on the rebound. And Nelson is fouled by McKenna. These free throws being brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Whatever challenges and opportunities you face, we are here to support and be your partner along the way. Double T Construction, local Wayne County contractor. Your contact Tyler Torgerson. Also Harward Reese, specializing in commercial and industrial construction, located in Loa. Go Badgers. Lane violation. It did not matter because Nelson made them both anyway.
Yep.
Timeout Mustangs. We'll take one as well. You're watching Utah. Garcane Energy, wishing all teams success. Keeping the power on when you need it the most. Garcane Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. South Central Communications, the area's fastest broadband internet. Give South Central Communications a call. Experience a tournament without the buffer by signing up for 1 gig internet today. Get a gig and get going at sosend.com.
Roundy, no good.
And a rebound foul on Macy Brinkerhoff. That's going to be a 1-and-1. These free throws brought to you by JG Electric, master electrician, commercial and residential owner Jason Grundy. Also Jackson Excavation, specializing in all types of dirt work, Terry, Kirk, and Tony. That one's off the front of the iron. Rebound Madison Syret. Who was shooting that? Was that Peterson, number 4? Oh, shoot. I was reading ads instead of paying attention. That pass is going to go back court, chased down by the Mustangs, but it'll be a turnover to the Badgers. Can you tell me who missed those free throws, Elizabeth? Or that free throw, it was front end of a 1-and-1. Nelson drives, bounce pass down to Stevens for 2.
Nice find.
Nelson crashed the middle, drew the defense, and hit Stevens on that low post. Great attack and a great find, as you said, Chandler. Cuts that lead to 2. That's the closest the game's been. That was Hallie Peterson.
Syret deep, got it.
McKenna Syret from downtown.
Great shot by McKenna Syret.
Nelson tries to match, off the glass, won't go. Rebound Peterson. Johnson with the rebound for the Mustangs. Out of bounds, over the head. Nelson so good at applying pressure. She didn't directly cause that turnover, but indirectly, it just frazzles you as a player when the defender's working you like that. Deep 2 for Abby Stevens. McKenna to Oakley. Roundy looks into Johnson. Johnson spins right, up and under for 2.
What a move. Got the defender in the air and stepped around.
So at the half, 22-17, Bryce Valley. You're watching Utah High School Sportscast presentation.
don't see it, and the same thing on this corner. So see, on yours here, you see it, but
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. You're watching Utah High School 1A State Basketball Tournament. Lob into Hannah Morrill. Hannah Morrill to start the second half. Had a brain freeze there. Or a mini stroke, whatever you want to call it. These games being brought to you on live.ksl.com. Great pressure applied by Jenna Bryan. The Mustangs would like a foul, but the Badgers, it was just great defense. There's always two sides to every call there, Chandler.
Yep.
Nelson for three.
Ties the game.
Just like that, 30 seconds in, that lead is gone for the Mustangs. Syrett, jumper in the paint for two. Brooklyn Syrett. Brinley Nelson pushes it, crossover in the paint. Floater of her own won't go. Rebound, McKenna Syrett. Start to tell, these games being broadcast, you can find them in multiple locations on KSL, live.ksl.com, on mylocalradio.com, also on KTTA 8.1. McKenna Syrett. And they say no possession. Coach Brinkerhoff is trying to get a timeout to save possession. Ball goes out of bounds. Badger ball. This possession for the Badgers brought to you by Lazy J Fence. Fencing done right. Owner Lane Jones. Three-point basket won't go. Rebound saved in. Picked up. And a foul on Macy Brinkerhoff. That'll be her third, I believe. Second.
It's going to bring Madison Syrett into the game.
Brinley Nelson, baseline jumper for
Got
two.
it.
Nelson, 5 points in this second half already. Pass behind Syrett from Roundy.
Wayne County doing a good job on this press, forcing some turnovers. And you can just tell.
Nelson to Bryan, left side. Down low. Stevens, shot up.
Got
Rims
it.
in.
That's Wayne County's first lead of the game, coming here in the third quarter.
And another turnover. And that was they called a foul. There's a foul on Zier. I don't know what happened there. Nelson for three. Short. Rebound Oakley Johnson. Oh, the foul's on McKenna Syrett. Brooklyn to Madison. Pass high to Carleen Roundy. She chases it down. Into Johnson. Turn, looks. Over Stevens.
And one. Good strong move.
Yeah, Johnson drop steps left and just goes strong. Draws the contact. These free throws being brought to you by Joe Dalton Auto Body. Does your vehicle need some body work or fresh paint? Joe Dalton can get the job done. Schedule an appointment today. And foul on Madison Syrett. JT Steele, simply the best. Commissioner Jerry Taylor, Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor, wishing all teams success. This possession by the Badgers brought to you by Royals Food, Deli Counter, Bakery, Fresh Meats, Vegetables, your hometown grocer, Joe Hiskey. And Kesley Floyd with the foul. That's 5 quick fouls in this third period. The Badgers are going to get lots of opportunities at the foul line the way this game's headed. Bryan for 3. Off the back. Rebound, Madison Syrett. Brooklyn defended by Nelson. Or no, that's 15, sorry, that's Williams. Torrey Nelson into the game. Brooklyn draws the foul on Brindley Nelson, and Brindley, probably rightfully so, he's just standing there, legs are extended, and Brooklyn tries to slip through and draws a foul. Jumper for Johnson won't go at the foul line. Torrey Nelson ties up Hannah Morrill, alternating possession to the Mustangs.
Oh,
inside to Nelts or to Floyd.
nice pass by Johnson, but a good job by Floyd slipping in behind that defense. Just fouled on the play. Carleen Roundy checks back into the game.
Must be a discrepancy in the score.
I was going to say something about that score because they just changed us back to 26.
Well, that, you know what, I was
keeping
adding that up.
track of it.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was just me.
Well, and I added up. We've been outscored by 5 points by the Badgers in this second half.
See,
But they've scored 9, and we've scored, or Bryce, not we, but Bryce Valley scored 4, and Bryce Valley had a 5-point lead at the half, so it should have been. So you were right, Chandler.
I had it right, or written down right there, and I scribbled it back out. So I should have said something.
Brinkerhoff.
Officials are doing a good job.
Roundy looks. Brooklyn Syrett. And a travel. Left side. Morrill, pass tipped away. Picked up by Williams. Nelson. Bryan in the corner to Peterson. Pass taken away by Brinkerhoff. Just made up for her travel on the other end.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I love about basketball. You make a mistake on one end. If it's on the offensive end, just go make a good play on defense.
Play some good defense, yep.
Don't get mad. Just go. Of course, it's easy for me to say that now, but back when I was in high school, I probably got mad. And vice versa. You make a bad play on defense, just go work hard on offense.
Yep.
Syrett gets the baseline on.
Tough shot. Got it.
Puts it up for 2. She got the baseline on Hannah Morrow. Brooklyn Syrett with the basket. Morrow. That's going to be on Carlene Roundy, I believe. Yeah. Into Bryan. Morrow drives. Shot won't go. Rebound on the ground. Picked up by McKenna Syrett. Roundy, Brooklyn. Inside, Brooklyn Syrett, blocked by Morrow. And Brinkerhoff's toes on the line, out of bounds.
Abby Stevens checks in for the Badgers.
Nelson for 3, rims out, rebound Stevens, jump ball. Johnson and Stevens. Johnson goes to the ground hard as they go down. Neither one of them had they're both hands on the ball. They couldn't catch themselves. Inbounds Peterson. Nelson, crossover left, pulls up, 15-footer off the glass, no good. Stevens with the rebound. Stevens for 3, or long 2, over the top of the backboard, out of bounds.
McKenna Syrett.
Bounce pass into Macy Brinkerhoff. Wayne County upset. Nelson for 3, and rightfully so. Good job by Johnson. She has those 2 fouls. Hannah Morrow gets the ball in that low post. Comes in strong.
Just
Johnson straight up, no call. Little contact there, but no call is a good no call.
Yeah.
But Wayne County on that previous play is upset because Brinkerhoff gets stopped by the defender. She actually uses her left arm to create some space. She's pushing on the defender. A takeaway by the Badgers. Nelson right side. Stevens fakes, comes in paint, blocked and fouled by Roundy. These free throws brought to you by Stan's Burgers in Hanksville, your traditional Lake Powell stop. Old-fashioned, old-school, awesome burgers, fries, and shakes. Also Wayne County, your gateway to Capitol Reef and Lake Powell. Your adventure starts in Wayne County. County Commission, elected officials want to wish the Badgers success. Rims off, Johnson with the rebound. Abby Stevens, 1 of 2 from the line. Mustangs look for one shot. Johnson turns, looks. Floyd in the corner. Lot on the line for these two teams. Johnson, high pass, turnaround jumper, short, rebound. Swatted away, Floyd. as she falls to the ground, gets called for a travel. Anyway, I started to say a lot on the line. It's either win or go home. You know, both teams with a loss yesterday. Opportunity on the line to play the last day for a place in the state tournament. Shot up, saved in. Peterson gets it. Bryan, 15-footer from the elbow, won't go. Floyd with the rebound. After 3 quarters, 28-27, Bryce Valley, you're watching. Welcome back to Sevier Valley Center. This broadcast being produced and brought to you by Utah High School Sportscasts on live.ksl.com and on KTTA 8.1. Nelson with a tough defense, and Tori Nelson dribbles it out of bounds. Bryan, right side, into Stevens, back to Peterson, looking into Bryan, or into Stevens. Williams fakes, drives baseline, bounce pass across to Peterson, puts it up, won't go, gets her own rebound, it's loose, put up by Bryan for 2. And Badgers take a 1-point lead. Brooklyn Syrett pushes up left side, pulls up 15-foot jumper from the elbow, won't go. Brindley Nelson with the rebound, she pushes it the other way, tripped up by Brooklyn Syrett. And that puts Brindley Nelson at the line, shooting 1-1. Spring is coming, and Bryan Farms greenhouse is full of and ready to meet your needs. Owner Shane Bryan wishing the Badgers success. Brindley Nelson, 5 of 6 from the foul line.
And anytime the Mustangs foul the Badgers, they're going to be going to the free throw line this whole 4th quarter.
Yeah, those early fouls in the 3rd are paying off for the Badgers now. McKenna drives, scoops, and scores. Lob over the head of Hallie Peterson out of bounds. The ball goes clear under the bleachers. Madison, or not Madison, but Brooklyn.
It's good hustle.
Crawls under there to get it. Into Roundy. To McKenna. (31-30), Badgers lead by 1. Johnson, high post, turns, looks, Roundy open for 3, takes it over the top. Rebound looked like it was touched by Peterson, but she must not have. Pulled her hands back at the last second. Hannah Morrill checks in. In the other game, if you're interested what's going on in the other gym, Milford has a 5-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd over Tabiona. Rebound chased down in the front court by Brooklyn Syrett. Crossover, and she tripped up as she tries to split the defenders. Nelson's second foul. Johnson catches, drive, shoots, misses. Madison Sirett chases down the rebound. Almost went through McKenna's hands. She does a fingertip
Right on the fingertip.
catch. Royal Express Transmission, Stuart and Argene Ivy wishing the Mustangs success. Alton Coal Development. Responsible extraction, restoring habitat, and creating jobs with Alton Coal. Also, Wilson Wetton. Trust your smile to Cody Wilson Orthodontics. Brooklyn Sirett dribbles in. Roundy goes past Morrill, shot.
And one. What a shot by Roundy.
Did a good job.
attack.
Got the fake. Morrill went to the basket, and she's fouled by Brinley Nelson. That's Brinley's third foul. Roundy's first points since the first two shots that the Mustangs took.
That free throw gives the Mustangs a 2-point lead.
Quality in Richfield, proud to sponsor these turns. Three-point shot on the way, won't go. Rebound, Oakley Johnson. We're staying at the Quality Inn down here, and got good clean rooms, a phenomenal hot breakfast in the morning, friendly staff. Make the Quality in Richfield your home away from home for the tournaments. Johnson, turnaround jumper from the foul line, won't go. Brinley Nelson with the rebound. Nelson, Peterson for, I thought she was going to take the three, but she traveled. She saw that lane. Instead of pulling the trigger for the three, she decided to drive. Macy Brinkerhoff. Oakley. Down to McKenna, baseline, defended by Morrill. Johnson fakes, drives, steps around Morrill, won't go. Rebound, saved in to Roundy by Brinley Nelson, and a rebound foul on Stevens. And that's going to be the 7th team foul on the Badgers. They've made an adjustment. I thought Bryce Valley had 7 team fouls earlier. Oh, yep, you're right. So they had that 0 on there, and then they put 10, but they didn't adjust the team fouls. Off the mark by Macy. Still just 2-point game. Timeout on the floor, Badgers. You're watching 1A basketball on KSL MyLocalRadio.com. Off the Badger timeout. Southern Utah University proud to present the 1A state basketball tournament. 3-point shot up by Nelson, won't go.
Just off the hand of Brooklyn Sirett.
So it'll be Badger ball. Southern Utah University, what a phenomenal school over there. They've got so many programs. We don't have time to name them all, but check them out at suu.edu. Their slogan kind of says it all, SU to everywhere. That's out of bounds. Off the Badgers, Mustang ball. Roundy barely gets her fingers on the ball to contain it. McKenna. Nelson goes sliding by. McKenna cuts. Roundy hits her. Back out to Roundy. 3 minutes to go. Look into Roundy. Cutting from the high post to the corner. Oakley's there. Reverse pivot. Bounce pass back to Madison. She's tripped up. Just a little incidental contact from Brian, and their feet get tangled.
She's going to go to the free throw line. Shout out to Dalton Anderson. Been bleeding green since '93. All the way in Orem.
Is that when he was born?
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Tipped up in the air and out of bounds off the missed free throw by Madison. Stevens drives, shot up, won't go. Rebound Peterson, kicks it back out to Williams. In the corner to Stevens again. Nelson drives, ball tip, gets it back, pulls up, rattles off. Johnson with the rebound for the Mustangs. To Roundy, almost loses it. Syrett for three, rims out, rebound, chased down by Brinley Nelson. Brooklyn tries to draw the charge and instead's called for the block, and that's her third, and that'll send Brinley Nelson to the foul line. Not the girl you want to foul. Brinley's 5 of 6 from the foul line.
Big free throws for Nelson here, can tie the game.
It's a 1-and-1.
First one's good.
Nelson on that last one started to crash. That was nothing but the bottom of the net. Tie ball game.
Big free throws, and she got them both.
So, Brooklyn. Roundy gets the lane, and she's fouled by Peterson. Roundy makes the free throw.
Second one's good.
Good. Timeout on the floor, Mustangs. You're watching Utah 1A basketball, presented by Utah High School Sportscasts online. Welcome back to Sevier Valley Center. This game being brought to you between the Badgers and the Mustangs. Badgers trail by 2 off those free throws by Carleen Roundy. Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun run through Bryce Canyon the second Saturday in July. Early registration's open now, and a travel by Stevens. And she did take that. She stepped with her right, then her left. That's a tough call late in the game. Bounce pass into Roundy. To Johnson. And a foul.
It's going to send Johnson to the free throw line.
This game probably will come down to free throws, Chandler.
Yeah, right down the stretch.
The Badgers in this fourth quarter are perfect, 4 of 4.
Oh, just off from the rim.
Bryce Valley is 1 of 4 from the foul line in this fourth quarter. Oh, Carleen did make both. So 3 of 6 for the Mustangs in this fourth quarter. Brooklyn almost got a hand on that pass. Nelson. Williams looks into Morrill. Drive by Nelson. Floater won't go. Morrill with the rebound. Scoops and scores.
What a shot. What a finish.
Roundy defended by Nelson. Cross to McKenna. Back to a 1-point game. McKenna Syrett with a double dribble. And the Badgers with a chance to take the lead. Timeout Badgers. You're watching Utah High School Sportscast presentation of 1A basketball. This presentation of 1A State Championship basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn, Gateway Resort to Bryce Canyon. Williams for three in the corner. Got it for the lead.
What a shot by Williams.
And a foul on on Brinley Nelson. That's her fourth.
Big free throws for Carleen Roundy. 34.1 seconds to go. First one's good. Got them
Second
both
one as well. Timeout Mustangs. We'll be back after this. All right, fourth quarter, tie ball game, 34 seconds to go. 22 seconds to go, sorry, I looked at the clock wrong. Wayne County will go for the last shot. Brinley Nelson, bounce pass into Stevens. Stevens, shot up, won't go, ball loose, Roundy. And timeout, Coach Brinkerhoff, 9 seconds to go. We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back. We have a tie ball game. 8 seconds to go. Taken away by Nelson, laid up and in for the lead. Timeout, Bryce Valley, and Nelson slipped in the backside for the steal and the lead. We'll be back after a word from this sponsor. Oh. Okay, get it off the highlight. It's live. 2 seconds. So from half court, good if it goes, and it's short. And the Badgers pull off the victory, 40-38 over the Bryce Valley Mustangs with that layup from Brinley Nelson. We can show that highlight now of that last minute steal. Nelson reaches in, takes it, and lays it up. What a great game. We expected a close game, so the Badgers will advance. They will play tomorrow. We'll be back in just a minute with the Ruby's Inn post-game report and highlights brought to you by Ruby's Inn.